Hi everyone, welcome back to Paper Confessions with Kermia. Today I'm back with the R.Atelier subscription box, and this is the Bookworm or Book Lover box. I recently received it. Rosie, who curates these boxes, does an amazing job. Look at the way she packaged this. So what I'm going to be doing with this box in just a little bit, I'm going to be making a little book reading journal. So we are going to open this up and see what's inside. Let's open it up. I'm going to just show you real quick. She also customizes the little box plate here that I'm going to be using as my book plate for my journal cover. She puts your full name and then her signature wax seal with the name of her shop. I love this pretty pieces here. Some vellum. You can see a girl reading over there. That's pretty cool. So let's cut this and then see what it looks like inside. So I'm going to put this aside for now. I kind of want to keep the way this looks for a cover. And in the past, I know that she has filled this with goodies. We have a beautiful paper with her sticker, R.Atelier. And it looks like we have 3 wooden stamps, and we'll be looking at that, and some ephemera. I feel like this particular collection, if you've seen my previous unboxings, kind of has slimmed down a little bit, but we'll have a look and see what's in here. So we'll start off with this first wooden stamp, and I love the vellum wrapping that she's put here. So nice and so sweet. Oh wow, I just messed it up. We're also going to give these a test maybe later. Oh, there you go. So you can see it says Ex Libris, and then it has a little image there of a feather, and you can write your name. This is what the stamp looks like. We'll have to test it and see how that looks on paper. Here's the other one. I'm just going to go ahead and use... Even the tape is minuscule. So it looks like they're clear stamps at the bottom. I hope it comes out and translates nicely. Why are you not focusing? Here's this one with this girl in a library. Really cute. And we have this next one. Another cute stamp with the girl looking at a book of shelves. I love that. That's really amazing. I'm going to get some ink and then stamp this on paper to show you what it looks like. So here it is, guys. It came out really beautifully. This was my fault. I didn't quite put enough ink. But as you can see here, I had used some of my Distress Oxide from Ranger, and I love that color. So I can cut this apart and also decorate it. So that came out pretty well. That was pretty amazing. Love that. And then we have some washi over here. There's 3 sets. We have a thin one, and then we have this one here that we'll take a look at. But this one is in like brown grid, like coffee dyed paper, and this one has some sayings on it. Let me see where the beginning, where is it? So here's what this first one has. It has some little phrases. Wow. Camera. There you go. Anyway, it says, what makes me happy? And then important things, what to do, shopping list, and reading books. So how fun is that? So we'll put that right there. And then the other one is the brown, like kind of coffee dyed looking one. Let's see what this looks like. So here's what it looks like. So it's nice, you know, you can use that for your borders. And then let's see what the thicker washi also has on it. There's a little mouseling, and look at that girl with the big bow. Some botanical pieces. We have our swallows, that's a bird. So really pretty washi. I'm excited to use that on my pages. Love that. And she always packs her beautiful ephemera in these vellum on envelopes, which I love. Let's take a look and see what she has put in here. And I've reused this as little pockets and holders for my ephemera. If you've seen my embellishment book videos, I'll link it at the end if you like to see. So we have different colorings of library books. That's cute. I love that it says My Feathered Friends. I love birds. That's awesome. It says, do not remove this card from this pocket. And it says Library of Toronto. That's a really wonderful variety. Pride and Prejudice. I love Jane Austen books and some Italian piece. And look at this one with the blue bird. And I love that. How awesome is that set? Love it. We have larger little envelope here, but it looks like it's packed with tons of ephemera. Oh, wow. This is a mixture of different types of paper, and this is a sticker. Looking for books with magic wonders. How fun is that? And I love that. Is that a bird on top of that? That's cute. And there is a good number of, just trying to take out, put it right there. How cute is that? With the girls reading. And then we have Cut Aparts, Great Expectations, and Charles Dickens. Here are the longer, like spine stickers, Pride and Prejudice. So she had that at the front of the box. And I love that she's included it in here. Love this black and white images of the girls in the chair reading. Super cool. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And then we have Black Beauty. What's this other one? In the Wind, in the Willows. Book about nice things. This is fun. So you can kind of categorize them. The funny thing here is we have a little kid reading it, but the book's upside down. So that's hilarious. Let's see if there's anything behind this. Read books that you've always meant to read. That's cool. And this has a little bit of a different texture on the back. But how cute is that? I love it. In a old scene, librarian scene. Then we have another spine sticker. We have actually several of those. So let me show you. It came with many. How cool. And these are some of my favorite titles. Oh my gosh. We got Gulliver's Travels, Winnie the Pooh, The Secret Garden, Heidi. I have all these, The Great Gatsby. Oh my gosh. Super, super cool. Wizard of Oz, Robinson Crusoe, Alice in Wonderland, Through the Looking Glass, Edgar Allan Poe, and the Grimm Fairy Tales. Oh my gosh, we got Pooh Bear, an owl. And then we have these pieces with the birds. It's a black crow, and I love crows. Raven, sorry, black raven. The only thing is there's a little bit of misspelling. It says black is the rook. Or maybe that does refer to something. I'm not sure. So I'll have to look at that better later. And then we have this. And then we have a little library card pocket filled with more goodies. And she has packed that up. with different labels. So we have this beautiful deer, and then some vellum pieces that have the month, so you could use it for your monthly. So if you're doing a reading journal, you can definitely mark that and then maybe color in the dates of maybe when you completed the book. And wow, she's included so many stickers here with days and months that I can definitely use for other projects. We have more stickers, butterflies and a clock, a bell. What do we have here? And then there's this airmail. We always love the postage stamp things with the florals. And here's the stamp that we saw earlier. These were the stamps. And I love, look at this bird. How cute is that? And then we have another beautiful deer. And there's more. So these are more like vellum pages. There's no sticker adhesive attached to it. And you have that. So I love the titles that she's picked and curated. And then these are always fun. Now these are stickers. I can feel the backing there. Little postcards for collaging. You can definitely decorate your journal. Here's another tiny one. Isn't that cool? Charles Dickens reading. And it says doors open, and then it says the cost of how much it was to watch or be there for that reading. That's so cool. Love also the variation in colors. This is another one of those readings. And then these are just random stickers that are great. They're like newspaper cutouts that you can create different collages with. Super awesome. So we'll put this right there. And more vellum pieces here. What a cool picture. This one has more. Look at that. It's such a big library, and you have a person somehow on a stand or ladder, and then this is an old library. Put that there. Got some color over here, little book stand outside the door. And then I love these. I also love mixing these labels and layers. So here you can list some books. I'm glad that she included more than one, but not one too many, so that way I really use it. We have our title labels, little to-do list, personal letters. That would be fun. It's also, I think Kim from Kim's Inspired Life had featured in one of her videos a book club that she's in. And I thought it was pretty amazing to see how she has a group of friends where they read books, they do a review, and kind of have an exchange. I thought that was fun. That. And we have our September plate, which is fun because I'm going to start this journal this September. It has a cute little poem about summer fading and winter coming, and then we have the birds on top. How cool is that? I might be able to use that in a collaboration. We'll see. And here's another piece. And then we have these labels. You can also use this for gifts, packaging. This one's really cool. It's a monthly. And wow, there's a few more. This box is packed with so many goodies. I am surprised that she was able to fit all of these. So we have another envelope and one more piece that has a bundle of images. I'm excited to see. Look at this. It is a great set of images. And again, these are vellum stickers. Look at that bunny. It says this book belongs to. We have that. I love owls. Oh my gosh, look at that owl. And again, I'm glad that she has featured lots of colors It says, the world is full of magic things patiently waiting for our senses to grow sharper. How awesome is that? That's so pretty. Put that right there. The last word of a bluebird. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, how cute is this? Oh, and look at her laying on a book. This was very well created. I love it. Beautiful. Look at these colors. Oh, I love that. So in the city, there's a bookstore called Dog Ears. And on occasion, they'll have a wooden box filled with books that you can look at. And then sometimes they'll have boxes where they give free books. So if you're ever in the city, check it out. Look at that. I think, is this corduroy teddy bear? Oh, I love this with the doggy. A book is to look at. Oh my goodness, how fun. Birds. That would be my dream. Reading books and having birds hang around with me. But isn't this a wonderful box? I'm excited to make the folder at the end of this, and I'm not folder, but the cover. We'll start with just a simple cover, and I'll probably work on creating the pages as I go. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I'm gonna have to show my sister. This will, she loves that. That's really cool. Oh, and I love the way the frames were displayed on this one. I'd love to have a gallery wall like that. Oh, wow. Look at that. There's a cat. And can you imagine having so many shelves filled with books and a ladder to climb up and just look through those books and read? Wow, all the birds. And how fun is that? I don't know. I have a feeling that I may or may not. I feel that this would be a fun cover for a journal. I may save this other image for something else. So we'll figure it out. And there is more. So we have some letters over here. Hopefully we can spell something with that. And amazing imagery. Look at that, reading by candlelight. Oh my gosh. I love reading books. I love the idea of flipping pages. I know a lot of us have also done the ebooks, but somehow I haven't quite caught on to that. There's something about holding a book and flipping through the pages that's just a better experience for me. I like it. How fun! Super cool. We got Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. Oh, I love it. Yeah. This is amazing. Rosie, thank you so much for this amazing box. I love it. In terms of time, of how fast it got to me, I was pretty surprised. It was about maybe a week and a half. Cat and dog reading. So it wasn't too bad. It is shipped internationally, so keep that in mind, but it was so worth the wait. We have one more bag. So here we have another set of prints. Really cool. How fun is that? Super cute. Oh, this is why one of the things it has that caught my eye were the birds and also the books, because these are two things that I really enjoy. And then she has her handmade paper. Great variety here. Aww. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't this look good in a garden journal. Amazing, amazing. I love it. So let us see what, as you can see here on my table, it is filled with amazing ephemera. And I can use it for so many things. And I love the stamps. They came off and they stamped really well. The washi is wonderful. Let's see if we can attempt to just make the cover real quick using whatever we have that we see here right now. All right, so I have opened this box up. What we're going to do for the base of our reading journal is we're going to cut out all these corners away. Keep the spine. This may need some reinforcing in the future. Today, we are just going to make a cover, possibly the back and the spine. But I may have to keep that open, especially if I decide to stitch. So let's go ahead and cut these. So I've cut that out, and now I want to have fabric on top of this to wrap around before we put our image on the cover. Now, as much as I like this and it looks like fun, I might just use this as a little tab page for the categories of books. So this would be probably the children's book category, because I love collecting children's books and reading them as well. So I'm going to stick to the plan and use this as our cover. Now let's see what kind of fabric I have here. I did like the stitches on this one. And I also like this handmade paper in pink. I am looking at the image and I feel like I love that she just looks really comfortable where she's at. And for me, books bring me a lot of comfort and joy. So I feel like I have to go with another fabric that has more texture and more comfy feelings. So let me just look here and see what I have. I'm going to go ahead also and just move these guys here to the side so we have more of a working space here. Put our little stamps there and then make room for our cover. And I think I'll go with this. Love the textures on that. So let's see if this is big enough. This is what I have left. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. So let me use some fabric glue. Let's go ahead and glue this down. Looks like I have to buy more of this. It's coming to the end of our bottle. This is Fabric Fix. I've used it in a lot of projects. If you guys have also been following our open collaboration, it's Paper Bag Junk Journal Prompt for 2025. There have been super amazing shares of journals. One of the creators is Papercraft with Crystal. She made a paper bag journal, and it is a reading journal. And I really love the way she made the pages and the intention that she put on each section of the journal. So now let me just trim that. So make sure to check out everyone's shares. There's so much inspiration. Look at that, guys. I love it. Let me get my other pair of scissors and then we shall trim this and add more glue. So I've trimmed each of the four corners. It makes it just easier for us to fold in our fabric. And people have different techniques, and this is mine. I just feel like once you fold it over, then as I make this journal in the days to come, I'll definitely cover this area. Let me flip it over this way. And then we'll put that. So one of the other ways I create my pages is if I decide I don't want to stitch it on the spine, I do like a string binding, and it's a no sewing technique. You may have seen in some of my videos. So that one's really fun and easy because you can slide out your pages and work on them separately and then add more as you go. This feels so nice and cozy. The only setback with this fabric, as you can see, there's a bunch of the pieces from it. I think there's a certain way to cut this fabric so that it doesn't fray and come off like that. But I didn't think of that at this time. But there you go. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That's so nice. Now let's see how we do. Oh, that looks pretty. I'm just going to have to glue and put this down so it looks the way it was when we first got it. I just love the imagery, but I kind of want to shift the string down so we can see her better. What do you think, guys? I think we'll do that and just tape it down on the back here. Oops. Uh-oh. Hold on. Okay, let me get some tape. Just regular tape, just to hold it in place so it's easier and it won't shift. And let's take a look and see if we have it where we want it. Like right about here. Okay, almost done, and just gonna tape the bottom part on this side. And this end, see? No one's gonna see this back side. It's gonna be glued down, so I'm not so worried about its messy look there, but wow, take a look at that. Let's put some glue and put our journal plate here. Come on, glue. I need a little bit more of that. There you go. All right. A little bit in the center and the corners here so that it holds well. And let us put it on top. Wow, that's really pretty. Let our wax seal hang there like a little dangle. And here is the cover of my future book journal. Love it. There you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing of this book-themed subscription box from R.Atelier. I will link her channel down below. Another subscription box that I love is Your Creative Studio. So if you're interested in seeing a previous unboxing and craft with me video for that one, I will link it at the end. But I'm super excited to work on this one, and I'll give you a progress report once I've added the pages. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.